is a mannequin that we put in the window. We had to steam out her shower cap because that was very important to make sure the shower cap has no wrinkles. You can't see it very well, but there's a crystal chandelier that we got that is very, very old that's hanging in there behind this vintage bamboo or wicker screen. We mounted some vintage porcelain items, the sink, mirror in the bathroom, just to give it a little bit of more authenticity. And this is the window that we did. Put a man bench, a boyfriend bench here. This is our unscented section. You can see the eczema, psoriasis, white stuffer. It's important to keep your signage up. We used some vintage lighting here with older wicker in it. Obviously it's not functional. We need to pop a couple of light bulbs in there, but this is a great, nice section. We used a neutral palette to go together with this beautiful chest. In this section, instead of clothing racks, we mounted a really nice bench and used the chair rail accent portion of the bench to hang the clothing. Really simple, mounted the wood to the wall, staggered the wood and spaced it out about 2 inches, and then just framed it out with a little bit of raw trim that we used from the beach house that we salvaged wood from. And then the seat makes a nice display of some pillows just for a little bit softer touch. This cabinet is really cool. I think we picked it up at Home Goods. It looks a little rustic and distressed, but we liked it. And we took the cabinet doors off of it and used them further down in the store as a hanging feature, but you can see it opens up and gives it a nice top to bottom finish, taking it from the floor, which is unshoppable space, all the way to the top. You can see our loofahs, cake plates and trays. We have a little Sea Life Tim Burton type venture going on up here. These actually were picked all off of Naples Beach, the squirrel. Throw in some signs just to make it fun and interesting. Of course, in Naples Soap Company style, we sprinkle starfish everywhere. On the back side, we have pillows. Our shampoo and conditioner area, we hung a couple of lanterns on chains up here above it just to bring the ceiling closer in to the vignette that we did. We put moisturizer sticks on one side and moisturizer sticks on the other side, so to the left and the right. And this is our shampoo bars. We actually have the trays propped up, and we tossed in a little bit of, that's my terrible writing when I'm tired and in a hurry, tossed in a little bit of chalkboard signage so we can change it. It says shampoo and condition on the bottom until we get some permanent signage. Hung some bags, some cosmetics bags with little cute messages on them. And I think this area turned out really well. I'm very pleased overall with the look and feel. It's a huge cabinet. It's about 11 feet long. It was really interesting to move in here. This was a built-in out of the 1950s repurposed house, beach house that we've been using a lot of the wood from. And it's 2 pieces that come top and bottom, but it fit in this space with about 6 inches, about 3 inches on the side each to spare. You can see it needs a little love and a little bit of attention, but it's a beautiful old piece, and we're really happy to have it here as an anchor piece for our natural soaps. I think they sit really well, and the color pops off the shelves. The lighting is really important, and it's narrow enough that we're not getting too much shadows in the back. So this is a really neat statement piece that we anchored in. This is the collage that we did behind the cash wrap. You can see the nice long 10-foot cash wrap there. We decided to do a variation on the collage. Normally we'll do starfish, several different kinds of knobby starfish, and this time we tossed sea urchins in with it, which I think gave it some interesting texture. And we'll probably add a few more to this down the road, but this is our new style of the collage. Let me give you another view of it. Let's go over this way. I think it's nice. It really frames out the Naples Soap Company sign, and it gives the customer something interesting to check out while they're standing at the register waiting in line or getting their purchases wrapped up, but I thought this turned out really well. One of our new favorite areas in the store, this is one of our signature pieces that we're doing now with the chairs mounted on the wall. This is the wood from the 1950s beach house that's washed in a seafoam green that we're using. These chairs are about 60 years old. We had them reinforced, and we'll see how they go with the clothing on it. The clothes, this is a new line that we're carrying called Cabana Life. Those are actually rash guards and swim dresses. So we decided that we would put our Kula next to it, which is our organic sunscreen line, and I think it makes a nice fit and transition into the Cabana Life new clothing line. This is an SPF 50, so we think it's a really good fit with this Kula product, which we looked for an organic and natural sunscreen for a very long time, and we're really pleased with that product and that company. Beloved bath bomb table. We use the mannequin form in the middle of it. I think giving it the height makes it a little bit more interesting without creating a visual blockage, so it's not creating a huge wall to where you can't see from the front to the back of the store. Gives it some transparency. You can raise, that would be the cash wrap. You can raise and lower mannequins such as this, the body forms, to give it some different levels. She goes way up. But I think this table turned out really nice. We tossed a couple of large galvanized tubs below it to hold sponges. Threw some rustic elements on it because there's a lot of glass. So you want to try to mix up the textures a little bit. Let's see if I can get it from back here without crashing into any. This area is still a little bit of a work in progress. We have some more candles. These are our beloved Rewind candles made out of repurposed wine bottles, and they come in different scents such as Riesling and Merlot and Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Sauvignon Blanc. So we thought that these crates and wine racks would make a really good backdrop for this. Oh, there's the shutters that were on the door. Those are door fronts that we took off of the piece that was in the front of the store. Using some galvanized chain to hang some of our elements. We like the consistency of it, and it gives it a little bit of an industrial feel, but we're still working on this. We thought that the rustic wrap on the soap samplers and a little bit of bright color pop was really fun to add to it. Here's a nice simple vignette that we did for our sea salt soaps. We actually tossed a fun little slightly weathered lamp on top of it just to drop the ceiling down and give it some more depth from way up high. There's salt soaps on all of the shelves here, as you can see, and I thought that the beach was a little bit interesting, bringing a water element in there. We're still trying to figure out what to do with this bottom part here. That's with the sign, chalkboard sign that says salt soap. So that's our temporary plug for it. But this is a really cute little vignette. It's very simple and shoppable. We're still working on the rest of the wall here. We have some plans for that. But this lamp also came from the 1950s beach house that was torn down. We used the original chain on it. Still a work in progress. We're going to put some gift sets on the bottom. Our scrubs and butters, we've lined them up. These fixtures actually are metal. We bought them at IKEA and sprayed them, and then took a wire brush and just roughed them up a bit. We have some of them in the other stores that are orange. These happen to be some odd men out of a couple of colors that we experimented with for different stores, and I think it turned out really well. It's actually going to be fun when we get some of the gift sets of the body butters and scrubs together. The bottom's not quite done yet. Again, it's a little bit of a work in progress, but we have a couple hour drive home at the point of this taping, so we're doing a little video before we leave. This is near the sink, and you can see there's our scrubs and butters there. In this area near the scrubs and butter station with the sinks in the back, you can see me in the mirror, that's nice. We wanted to create just a fun, softer area. This is a really nice place to emphasize some accessories and put up some, of course, what else? Pillows. pillows, some of the signage, some of the beachy and coastal signage. But this bench, we bought a couple of these benches that matched. They came from a different home, not the beach house. But we bought 2 of them, and we thought it just made a really nice anchor for vignettes such as this. Put some sponges up at the top to change up the color, and added some nautical glass with hemp rope around it, not a sign above it. And it's very simple, but it's really fun, and I think it's elegant.